On live right now. Let's see if this works. I don't know if you're still on, Miss Hogg, but I done restarted the live on YouTube. So I'm gonna see if it works. Okay, it's saying I am live. And it looks like everything is coming through fine this time. So, everybody who's on YouTube, hit 1 if you can see me clearly. Hit 1 if you can see and hear me clearly. Thank you very kindly. You said sorry your child grabbed your phone? I know how that is. Okay, thank you, Miss Hall. Thank you so much. It looks like we are back in action. Action. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to pick up where I left off. As far as the live, people are coming back in on YouTube. Sorry, IG, we're having technical difficulties on YouTube, so I was getting that together. So now, that's back together and we good. I don't know what was happening, but the live it kept cutting in and out. And I'm thirsty as heck. You said you let your hubby listen to your live when you said I may not be in the live because my husband may be sleeping. Oh, that's okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, okay. Back to what we was talking about, y'all. Where did I end off? Okay. So again, for those of you who coming on YouTube, the last live messed up, so I had to restart the live. So everybody who's coming in now, please hit the like button. Thank you very kindly. We was kind of recapping the last episode of Good Girls. We're on season 2, episode 4. I'm trying to get my mind back right because I've been trying to mess around with this computer, trying to get the live working. But anywho, they had last episode had gave Boomer $20,000. I'm gonna try to recap this really fast so I can get through this live before it ends on IG. So they had gave him $20,000 to get him out of their life because he was blackmailing them and blackmailing his baby mama. And basically what they did was his baby mama, Mary Pat, she killed him. She ran him over. If y'all saw the show, she ran him over when he was running behind her her minivan. And after she killed him, she wrapped him up and put him in the deep freezer. But she had to cut up his body parts because he had bloated up so much because all the gases and stuff that be inside your body once you die. All those gases, they have to go somewhere. So if they're not coming out one of your ends, then you blow up really, really, really big until sometimes you can bust. But anyway, so she had to cut him up, chop him up. She put him in a dumpster. And the ladies, Beth, May, and Ruby, they took him to put him in a dumpster. And the dumpster got picked up by the trash people. And the trash people took him to the city dump site. So they got rid of Boomer. They try to give him an easier way out. Promise him $20,000. Get out of town. Get out of Dodge. Stop blackmailing us. He refused to leave. He took their little monies. Matter of fact, Ruby, she had to go to one of those paycheck advance places behind her husband's back. She had forged the paperwork and everything and went behind her husband's back to get a loan from Paycheck Advance. So they did all kind of stuff to come up with this money to pay Boomer off. And he still didn't leave. But I had said that man ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He lied. He told them they gonna leave, but he ain't going nowhere. And so then, so after they had dumped his body and everything, they heard his phone ring, and so May should have, one of them should have, but May definitely should have checked to make sure his phone wasn't on him, no ID, no wallet, no nothing to easily identify this man, because let's say he was dead for a long time and everything rotted and there was no way to identify him. He got his wallet on him, his phone on him. So anyway, they had to dive back into the dumpster, weed through all the trash, open the bags up that was covering him, and get the phone out. And they tossed it into a river. So, end of Boomer. Boomer's done. They got their hands clean. Not really clean, but good riddance. Boomer is gone. And then, like, after that, remember we saw May. She had a little breakdown, a little mental breakdown, I think, because his phone had kept ringing and ringing and ringing. And when she looked at the phone to see who was calling, it was his dear old grandma. And she was calling him, and she was like, Boomer, I need you to pick up this. I need you to pick up this. And then she called again, Boomer, where are you? Called again, Boomer, I'm worried. I mean, she just kept calling and leaving all these voice messages, and May kept playing the voice messages, and her sister Beth was like, May, hang the phone up. Why? And then another thing is like, I don't know why she was answering the phone anyway, because we all know how these detectives are and how the system is. If the phone is being used, they can find out where the phone was last used, even if they threw it in the lake. So they can find out, oh, the phone pinged here. There's a dump site here. And I believe we're going to get into that possibly next episode. Possibly. But then what had happened was, after they got rid of Boomer, Rio, he mailed, that's where we ended off last episode. Rio, he had mailed Beth a key. And that key was to a storage unit. And at the end of the episode, we was like, okay, what's this? What's in the storage unit? What's in the storage unit? And then they showed bits and pieces of the episode that we're going to review tonight. And it was a lot of money. So basically, Rio, he had bigger plans for the ladies, and it's totally up to them if they wanted to take the job. So on this episode, and welcome back to everybody who's jumped back in the live. Again, we had some technical difficulties, so I had to start the YouTube live over. You said I got caught. You got to get caught up on Good Girls. My sister loves it. Man, I'm telling you, that's my best show on TV right now. Like, that's the best. I'll be waiting like every week for this show to come back on. But it's really good. If y'all ain't seen it, y'all have to watch it out for the ones who have. I mean, watch out for it and find out which channel it's on in your local area so that you can watch it. But it's really, really good. Now, I had a feeling before Boomer was, taken care of, cut up, and tossed away. I had a feeling that he was a deadbeat. Like, all the things that he was doing to people, like his baby mama, his kids, to Beth and them. I just knew something wasn't right about this guy, and that he was like basically trash. This dude was a deadbeat grandson, and was using up his grandma, sucking her dry. I mean, using up all her funds. I should have known. It was too good to be true. The way that he was trying to act, how they was portraying him, like he was the perfect grandson, taking care of his grandma, making sure her bills get paid, her rent, her finances taken care of. And come to find out, he was using her up and sucking her dry. She's 6 months behind on rent. And now I'm like, First I was like, at the end of last episode, May, you wanted him dead. He tried to rape you. He was blackmailing y'all. And now you up here crying because his grandma's going to find out, realize soon that Boomer's never coming back. That she's never going to see him again. But then I'm like, well, thank God Beth, figured, it was her responsibility to check in on his grandma since they did play a part in his death. And his grandma is really, relying on him, has been relying on him. So she goes to visit his grandma, and a few times she goes over there, helping her clean up, helping her, go through her finances, to go through her mail. And she realized that his grandma was broke. She was 6 months behind in her rent. The landlord even came over knocking on the door, talking about, he put an eviction notice on her door. And May's going off saying, it's a little old lady. Can't you give her a little more time? I will pay her rent. And then that's when he said, listen, we done already gave her 6 months. She got to be out in 2 days. I'm like, they gonna put that little old lady on the street. And then she's like, see now, she can't remember 1 minute to the next. So if they put her out on the street, she probably ain't gonna know where to go. Like, the only person's name she really remembers all the time is Boomer. Probably because he's always, been around in her life or whatnot. But yeah, so she, hello, Oddfellow 215 Gaming. Hello, how you doing? We just reviewing, the TV show Good Girls right now. And I'm on IG and I'm on YouTube. But yeah, so she's like broke. And then her grandkids, her other nieces and nephews, they don't come around. They don't really visit her or help her with anything or make sure her bills is paid, nothing like that. So again, because of the fact that Mary Pat killed Boomer and then they dumped Boomer, she felt obligated to take, some of the money that they got from Rio and help his grandma get caught up on bills. But I was like, okay, I guess that's the least she could do. I guess that's the least she can do, because even though he did try to rape her, and he actually did rape Mary Pat, y'all remember that? His own baby mama, his own girlfriend, he raped her when she found out that she basically set him up, to be caught up by the ladies. But anyway, and then, I guess she's going to take care of his grandma. I don't know how long, though. I don't know if she's gonna feel obligated to pay her bills from now on, or I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, I think the ladies better be a little bit careful. Like, the money, as far as the money that Rio left, in the storage unit, do y'all know why, or do y'all think y'all have an idea why Beth didn't tell the ladies for 3 weeks? Hey, sincerely yours, Nadia. Hey, how you doing? Come on in and join the live. We're just reviewing one of my favorite shows called Good Girls. If you watch it or watch the last episode, feel free to, bring up your thoughts about it or anything like the cast or the scenes or anything, in the chat. But, she had, Ruby. Okay, after Rio gave Beth the key, she went to the storage unit, saw all the money. I mean, I don't know how much money y'all think was in that storage unit, because each stack was $20,000, and the money stood about I want to say maybe 6 foot high, maybe 6 foot high, and I mean, it was so much money in that storage unit. I'm guessing maybe $1 million. I'm guessing maybe $1 million in that storage unit, maybe. But then she had sat on it for sat on it for 3 weeks. Didn't tell her sister. Didn't tell Ruby. She just sat on it, contemplating, what their next move should be. If they should take up Rio's offer and clean this money, or if they should get out while they can. Especially since Boomer's gone. I mean, they had the option again. And that's the funny thing about Rio. Rio, who I'm realizing now is really crazy, he has gave them several chances to get out the game. But they keep getting back in the game. And I think they feel like they have to, like they have no other alternative, no other option. These ladies can't be broke. One of them got a really sick daughter. Ruby's daughter really sick. Her medicine and hospital bills really high. They can't afford them. May, she needs money because her daughter's father was trying to get trying to get custody because May wasn't doing really well financially. And Beth, her husband had not lost his job because he owns his own car lot, but they were doing really, really bad. She don't work because she's a housewife. And then he got shot by Rio. So he couldn't work for a while. So they needed bill money too. So anyway, I think they need to be careful with spending his money and flossing his money. When Ruby, y'all, okay, I was rolling. I was cracking up. When Ruby was in the paycheck advance place, the place where she borrowed some money. She went back to pay them the money. And while she was in there, writing her little check. Matter of fact, let me back up. She gave him cash. She gave him cash to pay for her paycheck loan. And the dude was like, afterwards, he took her money and everything. And he was like, okay, I'll see you again next month. Thanks for coming. I'll see you again next month. She was like, who, me? You ain't gonna see me again next month. He was like, oh, yeah, I will. And she was like, what you mean, yeah, you will? And he says, y'all always come back. Now, he wasn't specifically referring to her or trying to say ladies or anything like that, or, he was basically saying everybody who borrows money from a paycheck advance place always keeps coming back because they always keep borrowing again and borrowing again and borrowing again. And y'all know this is true to some point with a lot of people. I know a lot of people who owed a whole bunch of money to paycheck advance places and was getting garnished and everything because they kept borrowing more and more money and owing more and more back. Anyway, she was like, nah, you ain't gonna see me. This is the last time you're gonna see this face. See this face right here? This face right here? You're not gonna see me anymore. He was like, oh yeah, I will. I bet I will. Oh, I bet you won't. Oh yeah, I will. I bet you won't. She said, okay, I got you. She turned around and all the customers behind her who was waiting, they like watching this all play out. And they're like, the lady with the crying baby was like, excuse me, are you done? So I can get a loan? She was like, how much you need? She said, how much you need? Welcome back, Roxanne. I done fixed the live, honey. I done fixed the live. We have live stream. I don't know what was wrong before, but for some reason the computer was not working with me. But she turned around and the lady with the little boy, she was like, how much you need? And the lady said, well, my son needs to go to the dentist, so it's going to be about, she said, here, this should cover it. Then she turned around to some other guy, how much do you need? How much was you trying to borrow? He says, well, here, this should cover it. She started giving all them people money and everything, and the man behind the counter was like, hold up, what is you doing? You can't do that. These people are here to borrow money from us. Man. Just a second ago, he was telling her, oh, you'll be back. Everybody comes back for more money. You might have paid us off this time, but you'll be back next month. I'll see you next month, girl. When she started flossing all that money and flashing all that money, he didn't know what to do. He was like, get out of here, leave, get out of here. She was like, oh, I thought you wanted to see me again. And he said, no, I don't ever want to see your face up in here again. She was like, okay. But them people left with all that money. He was mad because they losing out on their interest. Them people came in there to borrow money, and then they was gonna pay it back with all this interest, and she's just handing them money. Here, take this. Don't go to him. Just take this money for free and go on. But oh my God, you said where's she at, Roxanne? That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, if I was at a paycheck advance place needed some money, I wish I'd run into Miss Ruby. But I'm kind of thinking like they flashing all this money around. That might get them in trouble because they already got caught. Because they were to clean all this money that Rio was giving them to money launder. They were buying a whole bunch of expensive stuff from a store kind of similar in the show. It kind of resembles Walmart. That's what the store kind of resembles, Walmart. So they were buying all this expensive stuff, TVs, I mean just all kind of expensive stuff, and then they would return it. So they would buy it with illegal money. I think it was drug money. They really haven't specifically said where all this money that Rio has come from, but it gotta be drug money. I mean, it gotta be. Probably other stuff too, like probably selling guns. I mean, illegal gambling. You never know where that money coming from, but I'm gonna say drug money. And so they would buy stuff with that money, take it back, and get a refund with fresh money launder money. So that's what they was doing, but they was doing it so much. They was doing it too much. I mean, you buying thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars from all these stores that resemble Walmart, and then you bringing it back. So basically, when they came and tried it again, this show, the managers at each store pulled them to the side. The security came and pulled them on the other side and showed them all the footage that they had of all of them, all on the south side. So their little spree was over. It was done. It was finished. Okay. So I'm like, yeah, y'all need to stop flashing all that money around. She's giving all that money away at the Paycheck Advance people, blessing all them people. But yeah, so I really think they better, well, at least, Ruby, she needs to stop throwing that money around like it's growing on trees and like she got it the right way. But as far as Beth, her husband, how do y'all feel about him? How he was treating Beth when okay, now this man, he's back at work, barely back at work because he done recuperated from getting shot, and he's like, he can't sell a car for nothing though. He can't sell a car for nothing. And so Beth, once she realizes that he really has no key selling skills, like how you can't sell a car and you own a car lot. I mean, he couldn't sell any of those cars. So basically what she did, she was like, hey, let me try to help you out. And she got the girls together, the ladies together, and they went to that car lot and sold more cars than the top salesman at the place. Now, what y'all think about that? Keys was flying out the door. And her husband sitting back looking like, okay, instead of taking points, he was kind of salty about it. I mean, but anyway, we're going to get back to that later. I'm going to leave that for the end, because we're going to get into some juicy stuff, and y'all already know what I'm talking about. For those of y'all that watch the show, y'all already know what I'm talking about. But let's talk about May. I am so happy that she told her baby daddy basically to go to hell. Like, he has been using her for a long time. They've been separated. He done found a new woman. He got married. They are pregnant. Well, his wife is pregnant. They are expecting. And he's still trying to hit the skins with May. And he did last episode. He succeeded. And so they was hitting the skins. And then she finds out his wife is pregnated. Like, he didn't feel the need to tell her. But anyway, she fell back into the same old routine and slept with him. And so, but she's coming to her senses like, no, it's over. He's still begging and begging, trying to be with her, popping up at her house. I'm not with my wife anymore. Of course you're not with your wife anymore, because she put you out because she found out you was sleeping with your baby mama. With his baby mama. So what do y'all think about her? Like, do y'all think this is it? Because I have a strong feeling that this is not it for them. That May, She's going to succumb to that man again. That's a handsome man, y'all. Handsome man. I see why she let him hit it again. And she's still, I mean, it's obvious that she's still in love with him. So I don't know if I don't know how long she can stay away. But this is, y'all know sometimes I be reaching. So I'm going to tell y'all what I'm reaching for. This is what I'm reaching for. I think what's going to happen, because right now he's living in a hotel, well, not living, but he's staying at a hotel because his wife put him out. I think what's going to happen is the wife is going to maybe not all the way forget him, but at least let him come back home, so they can try to fix what's broken. But I think he's still going to be trying to get with May, and she's not going to know that he's back at home. She's going to think he's still at the hotel, and they're going to smash again. She's going to fall for the trap, and they're going to smash again. And then she's going to find out that he's already back at home with his wife. Am I reaching? Y'all let me know. Sometimes I'll be reaching, but I'll be right on point. But, sometimes I'll be wrong. But anyway, that's what I think. That she's going to end up in bed with him again. But, now, as far as, Dean, again, Beth's husband, he really needs to stop acting like Beth is trying to wear the pants in the house. Beth is just trying to save them from sinking because they have no money and they keep having to go back to Rio to money launder for Rio. You said he must have that good girl. I'm telling you, and I'm trying to remember the show that this man played. Maybe it was a movie that I saw him in, or it was a show, but I done seen that actor in a different show, and I thought then, I was like, oh, he's cute. That's a little hottie there. But yeah, she must, And sometimes, they have that good, and they still in love with him, and they got a baby by him, and they just have hopes that everything will be back the way it used to be. But I don't think that'll be the case. I don't think he'll ever get back to where it used to be. Not with her baby daddy. But, as far as Dean, he's acting like jealous of his own wife for out there making money. Y'all tell me how y'all really feel about Dean, Beth's husband, the car lot owner. Let me know how y'all really feel about him. Again, he can't sell anything. They gave him not all the money that Rio gave them to launder, but they gave him a lot of money. Since they didn't have no cars at the shop, at the auto place, because he had to let go of all the cars because they were sinking. So he had to let go of all the cars. They took all the cars away. They were about to shut down this whole little car lot. And so Beth was like, you know what? I got all this money that Rio gave us. And at first her husband was like, no, I want you out of it. I don't want you working with Rio no more. The man that shot me, Beth, he was this close to killing me. If it would have been this much closer to the left, Dean would have been dead. But Rio knew what he was doing. He shot him like an expert, point blank, and still didn't kill him. And he was this close to a vital organ. So, he basically gave him a chance. He gave him a chance then. He been giving them chances to get out the game. They keep getting sucked back in, though, because, they all that money is like free money sitting right there for them to spend. So she gave him the money, her husband, and said, here, take this money, buy a whole fleet of new cars, put them on the lot. You buy them with the dirty money, you flip them, get us some clean money. That's the plan. What? It seemed easy, right? It seemed like he should have been able to do it, but he wasn't. He still messed it up, and he wasn't able to sell anything to anybody. And that's when his wife stepped in, and she got the ladies, told them what's up, told them what she did, and they helped him sell the cars. Now, she did a great job. She did a great job. He even told her. He gave her props. You did a great job. You sold all these cars. You done beat out the top salesman at the lot. But then he turns around and starts ordering dinner because they went out to this little bar. The same bar where she met up with Rio previously to discuss this job of washing this money that he just gave them. I wonder if the reason why she went there was it because she was hoping to meet Rio there or to see Rio there, or she was just trying to do something different. Because you saw how she was just so excited. They selling cars, they paying bills, everybody is doing okay. Boomer is out their life. So she was like happy and excited and ready to go out and dance and drink and all this. And then when she suggested him that he stop focusing so much on sports cars and start trying to cater also to women, which is like 51% of the population, and maybe add a small child care in there, nothing too big. Maybe hire one daycare person to watch some kids while moms are out there looking at cars on the lot. He basically was brushing her off, like blowing her off, like, and then when he told her, this is where I got mad. I got mad, y'all. Like, I'm like, really? He told her job is to raise the kids and run the house, basically. That's what your job is. He said, now, I don't try to get up in the morning and use cookie cutters to cut the bread all perfectly and take olives and make little eyes and take carrots and put a little nose on the bread and do this and do that. He was just naming all these things that she does specially for the children. He said, now, I don't try to take over your job, so you shouldn't try to take over my job. After she done sold down there every car on the car lot, don't y'all think that was messed up? I'm like, that's why I said he thinks that maybe she's trying to wear the pants in the house. But my throat is dry. And so he told her that, I mean, so disrespectful. And she was staring at him like she wanted to bust him upside the head to the white meat. Yeah, he jealous. Roxanne, he is jealous. But it's like, me, I would be like, okay, like I'm a cake decorator. If I couldn't get no advertising out there for my cakes and my man managed to bring 50, 100 new people to me out of the blue, I'm not going to be like, I don't need your help anymore. Your job is this. This is my job. Go away. I mean, how rude. So, yeah, I was pissed because I'm like, okay. So then I'm going to get back to what I was talking about earlier. She glanced over because she was filming. You can see the smoke. You can literally see the ears come up, the little devil horns, the devil ears. You can see the smoke coming out, her ears. You can see her eyes turning red. I really thought she was going to bust this man upside the head to the white meat. She was looking at him all crazy. Then I realized what she was looking at. She had glanced over and saw Rio on the other side of the bar, and they made eye contact. And this is all I'm going to say, y'all. For y'all who've been following me and watching me review this show, this is all I'm going to say. I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told y'all Rio and Beth was going to end up in bed together. Didn't I tell y'all that? See, y'all didn't believe me. Some of y'all probably was, thinking the same thing that I was thinking. But I told y'all they was going to smash. I told y'all they was going to end up in bed together. I told y'all. I was like, oh my goodness. Man, that scene. Whoo. I was like, That scene was hot. She saw him down at the other end of the bar. And then she grabbed her purse and told her husband, I'll be back. And she went to the restroom. And I think she knew that Rio was going to come into the bathroom because the way he was looking at her, looking at him, looking at her, looking at him, I was like, it's going down tonight. And now, I did not think it was going to go down in the bathroom. I'm thinking maybe they'll hook up later. She'll try to leave, try to hook up with him. They'll go somewhere else. But in the bathroom of the bar, I was like, okay, get it where you can get it then. But yeah, that was crazy. The chemistry, Miss Hogg. I mean, I swear I seen it like the last, I don't know, maybe the last 5, no, maybe like the last 6 episodes. That's when I first seen it. I seen the chemistry. I seen the way they look at each other. And I kept saying, and then at the end of the first season, the way he took her hair, remember I was talking about that, the way he took her hair and he took his fingers and he just gently and gracefully moved her hair out the way. I was like, She gave him all access to the cookies, Roxanne. He had full access to the cookies, to the milk and cookies. Oh my God. But yes, girl, it went down in the bathroom. It went down in the bathroom. He came in, stood behind her. She was watching him through the mirror. And then she turned around, reached around his waist, grabbed the lock, and click. He had her over that sink. I don't think she ever got it like that from her husband. Nope. Nope. She got that gangster love. He gave her that gangster love. If y'all didn't see this show, man, she was about to pull the soap. She had one hand on the soap dispenser, about to snatch that off the wall. I was like, oh my God, she gonna tear the bathroom up. But yeah, it went down in the bathroom. But I'm like, I told y'all. So when it happened, I said, oh my God, I can't wait to go live and be like, I told you they was gonna smash. But yeah, so anyway, they was knocking the boots. On the way home, she was all quiet and stuff. Her husband was just talking, and she was all quiet and reminiscing. They start showing the scenes. I mean, they didn't show everything, but they showed enough. They didn't show no private parts or nothing like that, but they showed enough. And I was like, man, Rio is a straight up thug. He's a gangster. He's a killer. He's a manipulator, but he is fine. He is sexy. And I'm telling y'all, when I say this, I say, Rio, I was like, you know what? At first, he can blackmail me any day. He can blackmail me any day because he can get it. Rio can get it. But then later, when he came to the car lot, because remember at the beginning, I told you at the beginning. Actually, I think I told y'all this on the last live a little bit earlier, the one that crashed and I had to restart the live. But I told y'all then that Rio had gave them the chance to either money launder the money for him, and he gets a certain percentage, or they can walk away. And Beth was like, okay. After contemplating for 3 weeks, she told the ladies, we're going to take some of the money. We'll launder some of the money, just enough for what we need for our bills, and then we're going to set the rest on fire. And I was like, I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't think that's a good idea to set this man's money on fire, whether he got it legally or not. So anyway, she went back to the storage unit with 2 big old cans of gasoline and opened up the storage unit. All the money was gone. All the money was gone. I was expecting Rio to be there. But either way, I think Rio was there. Why I say that? Because how'd he know to take all the money? It was like $1 million in there that they were supposed to launder for him. He was under the assumption, most likely, that they were going to launder it all. But I think Rio got cameras in there. That's what I think. What y'all think? What do y'all think? That gangster love, yeah, he is fine. He is fine. But yeah, he gave him that gangster love, and then, like I said, he took all the money. I really think, and I hope they get into that next week, because I'm sure she's gonna be like, "Why'd you take the money?" You know, he probably gonna say he knew that she was gonna destroy it. I mean, why else would he have to take the money and then show up later at their car lot? While she's up there talking to her husband, he's out there sitting in one of the sports cars honking the horn. I'm like, what the heck? Man, I don't know why. I don't know why her husband threatened to call the cops on Rio. Rio was pissed. He was pissed. He started tearing up that sports car, busting all the windows out. I mean, he initially told them, if y'all launder this money, I'll only take 30%. He'll only take 30%. But then when he started threatening to call the cops, Rio started tearing up the car, and then about time he got done and they got done, he's taking 60%. So they doing all this work, risking their lives, going to jail, going to prison, and now they only get 40%. Oh my God. I'm like, Dean, he need to stay out of all affairs. He can't sell no cars. He can't come to no meetings with Rio, nothing. The last time he got shot. The last time he got shot and almost died. I'm like, he need to stay out of all affairs. He should be the housewife, for real. No, they call him, what they call him now, house dads or house husbands or something, and let Beth make all the decisions from now on. But anyway, we're going to see how this goes. I thought that was a hot mess. That was crazy. That was crazy. But let's see here. You said I'm just reading the comments. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. But now on to, well, after all that, Agent Turner. Now this is where it gets really juicy. And this is where we end off. Agent Turner, the one who has been hounding Beth, because he basically knows that they up to something not good with the gangster Rio. He can't put his finger on it. But because Boomer, you know, has started off trying to get them arrested at first, then he started blackmailing them. That Agent Turner had his eyes even more on Beth and the ladies. So he stops over Mary Pat's house. The one who killed Boomer, her baby daddy. He stops over her house because she had visited him. I can't even talk. Visited. She had visited him at the precinct or the police station, wherever he was, and you know, basically made a fake missing persons report because they kind of want to throw the detective off or the FBI agent off because Boomer is dead. He's in a dump site somewhere right now, you know, with probably rats eating all over his body. So since she's like the closest person to him besides his grandma, she had to go down there and be like, you know, Boomer, he said some people is after him. I don't know where he is. I haven't seen him. He's been missing. You know, try to take, you know, some of the eyes off of them. So he's like, okay, let me go see Mary Pat and ask her some more questions. When he got over her house, I swear that lady, she can't lie for nothing. I was like, dude, you was gonna get all y'all busted. She was up there shaking and quivering, and her eyes was all over the place, and she was stuttering, and I'm like, what the, calm down. Hey, Victoria Priestley, hello. I'm just nearing into my live review of Good Girls. But see, that's somebody you don't want to do no dirt with. So you got friends that you could do stuff with, and you know they going down with you if something happen. Y'all all go down, but they ain't gonna say a word. They ain't gonna say a word. If somebody finds out by something, they gonna find out through another way, but they ain't gonna find it out through your friends. This chick here, she was up there. Then she was rocking her baby on her arm. And every time he asked her a question, she started bouncing the baby harder, patting him all hard on his back. I'm like, the agent could tell that something wasn't right. And so then, this scene was so funny, y'all. Her other little son kept interrupting her because he was hungry and he wanted something to eat. And she kept saying, just wait. I'll be with you in a minute. He was like, I can't be with you. Her son kept running up there, interrupting her. She had the baby in the arm, already nervous and everything, and shaking and stuttering, and can't even look the detective in his eye when he's asking her about her missing baby daddy. And her other son kept running in there, interrupting her. And so finally he was like, Mom, can I just get some popsicles? And she was like, okay. Go get them yourself. I'm busy. I told you I'll be with you in a minute. Go get the popsicles yourself. And he was like, and she said they're in the freezer. He said, Mom, no, they're not. You took them out the freezer when you put Daddy in the freezer. I was dead. I was hollering, y'all. When I say I was hollering, because I'm up here thinking like, how the heck you managed to have your kids see you put their father in a freezer? Like, ain't you supposed to put them to sleep? Send them off to daycare, send them off to school, have the neighbor watch them, something, while you cutting his body up, cutting his limbs apart, and bagging him up to put him in the deep freezer? Her son put her on blast. He said, no, the popsicles ain't in the freezer, Mom, because you put Daddy in there. I was hollering. And so, the detective, he was looking at her. He was already looking at her suspicious. Man, so you have to watch that episode. I swear to God, I was in tears. That little boy had me rolling. He deserves an Oscar. He was like, Ma, can I get a popsicle? She was like, sure. Go get the popsicle yourself. They're in the freezer. And he was like, no, it's not. It's not in the freezer because you took them out to put Daddy in the freezer. And the FBI agent, he was like, what? And she's like, she didn't know what to say. She just stood there like, her eyes was big as saucers. Like, what would you say? What would you say? Oh, Victoria Priestley, it's on, I have Dish. So it's on, WOWT channel 6. It's on a basic channel. Like, we have like 3, 6, 7 here or something in the Midwest. So it's on your basic, those 3 basic channels. Sometimes they're different in different areas, but, yeah, she was straight busted, Miss Hall. But then after that, that's basically where it ends. And then they showed us a preview, and on the preview, it shows, the detective basically sitting down with, Mary Pat. Let me get a drink. They showed him sitting down with Mary Pat and interviewing her and talking to her. And then they showed Beth. It looked like what she did was like maybe hold an emergency meeting or something, because she was sitting down with Rio and the ladies, and she's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? She's talking to the cops. She's talking to the cops. What are we going to do? Rio, you need to fix this. So she's turning to Rio to fix their issue. Man, y'all, I don't know. What y'all think gonna happen? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, y'all. But from the looks of it, I was like, well, let's see here. They can do what they did to Boomer. Cut him up into little pieces. Throw his body in the dump. Or in a lake. Or in a river. Or bury her. You know, just do something with Mary Pat. Bury her. But then I'm thinking, okay, they done already got rid of her husband or her baby daddy. The kids is down to one parent. So if they did get rid of her, the kids will have nobody. So I'm thinking, since May, which is Beth's sister, had got all emotional and started taking care of Boomer's grandma and all that, she probably would not have it to kill them kids' mama. So I'm like, okay, what do y'all think is going to happen? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. But I cannot wait for the next episode. I don't know. But I do know that from the way it looked, Mary Pat has snitched on Beth. Because the agent, when he came to talk to Beth, and this is in the previews, when they were showing little bits and pieces of what's going to happen next episode, Agent Turner approached Beth and he told her, he said, I have 100 cops looking for a body with your name all over it. So that's when she called up a meeting with Rio and the other ladies, and she was telling them, what is we gonna do? What is we gonna do? So I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think is gonna happen. I just can't. I can't imagine her. I can't imagine them killing Mary Pat. I really can't imagine them killing Mary Pat and leaving them kids without a mother. Them ladies, they seem like they will go so far to stay above water, but they really didn't want to kill Boomer. They really didn't. And when Mary Beth had the chance to kill Boomer, she told him, just leave town and we won't kill you. But he lied, said he was leaving. They gave him some money. He didn't leave, spent their money, and stayed in the city. So his baby mama ended up killing him. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think might happen, next episode. Thank you, Miss Hogg. Thank you. I was trying to think of the network that it comes on. Thank you so much. Yep, it come on NBC, y'all. Y'all gotta watch it. It's a really good show. But yeah, everybody who's coming in, excuse me, who came in late, you can rewind it all the way to the beginning to watch the show from the beginning, the review from the beginning. Also, I did a separate live earlier because for some reason the internet wasn't, or the stream or something wasn't working. It was working on my phone, and I have Wi-Fi. And I have a really, really high speed. I have like the top high speed of Wi-Fi, just in case y'all might be wondering. Because I do work from home during the daytime, processing claims for the company I work for. So I have to have like the highest speed. But I think it was just something wrong with, YouTube or something. Because when I closed it out, shut down the live, restarted the computer, then it came back on and was working fine. So I don't know what's going on. But anyway, if there's you said they done dig their own graves. Roxanne, I don't know. I mean, I would hate to really see them get in trouble for this because they didn't kill him, but they helped hide his body, so they still could go down for the crime. But yeah, so that's all I got on the review. I hope y'all really enjoyed it. And if y'all really enjoyed the review and y'all haven't even seen the show at all, I mean, even though I just reviewed like the last 2 episodes, excuse me, still feel free to go on demand if you have on demand through your cable network or whatever. Or either go on Netflix and watch the entire first season, at least so you can, see how everything started, how these ladies got themselves in this situation that they can't seem to pull themselves out of. So I would really recommend that. I would really recommend that. But if nobody has anything else to say or don't want to call in and talk about the show or anything else, I'm not going to turn on the call-in line. Every time I talk too long, I get a cough. Like, I got to hold on. Now I see what people be talking about. Because I done seen people on live, and they be on there for hours, and they be like, my throat is dry. But yeah, when you talk, when you just keep talking and talking and talking, your throat gets dry. You said they disposed of him? Yep, they disposed of him. His baby mama, because I can't remember if Boomer and Mary Pat was married. I can't remember if they were married. They possibly was married. I think they were married. So I be saying her baby daddy, but I just be saying that to be funny. But yeah, she was trying to leave him because in last episode he had sexually assaulted her after he found out that she had set him up. He sexually assaulted her, and while after that he passed out and fell asleep. She gathered up their kids, packed up all their stuff, jumped in her minivan. He saw her about to leave. He comes running out the house. That scene was funny too. He comes running out the house, and he ran behind, like he came down the sidewalk, and to come down the sidewalk and to go into the driveway, it wasn't that much room for him to walk on the driveway, which was next to the grass, to walk alongside the car. So he had to come behind the car. And she was like, right in reverse, just ran his tail over this, blup, 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 blup. He was like killed instantly. And then after that, she tried to, this was she wanted to. She tried to put him in a freezer, but she couldn't put him in the freezer because his body had swelled up from all the gases that be inside your body, after you die. So she cut his body up and bagged all of it and put it in the deep freezer. So when I was talking about her son, who had mentioned in front of the detective, he was like, no, there ain't no popsicles in the freezer, mama, because you took them out to put daddy in the freezer. That's what she had did. She had killed him, she cut him up, she bagged him up, and she put him in the deep freezer. And for some reason, she did not make sure the kids weren't around. Go figure. Go figure. So next week, on next episode, we're going to find out how the ladies are going to get out of this situation. So I'm really looking forward to that. And anybody who's coming in on live after we're done and everything, you can put in the comment section what you think about this episode or what you think is going to happen next episode. How do you think them and Rio is going to figure this out so that the detectives doesn't... And I don't know if they... I mean, I guess another scenario could be they go to the dump site, they find the body, which would actually be kind of hard. I guess that would be kind of hard too. But I mean, that is, it could happen, I guess. Find the body and then dump him in a river or in a lake or burn him. I don't know. But anyway, I'm looking forward to that next episode. So, you guys, it's getting late. I have to go. I have to get ready for work tomorrow. And I know some of y'all is your bedtime, especially if you're watching from the East Coast or the East Side. So, as usual, in the meantime and in between time, Prime Time Squad, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces. Good night.